why looking good gets you noticed and how to do it without looking like a clown. Women notice the best dressed guy within the first, 10, 20, 30 seconds. They don't notice the loudest guy. They don't notice the guy buying everyone drinks. They notice the guy who looks like he has his life together. But here's where most men screw this up completely. They think that standing out means wearing a feather boa or something that the pickup artists used to wear in 2005. But that's not peacocking. That's cosplay. So today I'm going to talk about how to show your best self and what peacocking looks like in 2025, and how one small change to how you dress can make women notice you before you even say a word. So you're going to learn the real science behind peacocking, why it works on a biological level, and how to use it without looking like you're trying too hard. You're going to get specific practical examples that you can use tonight, tomorrow night, Saturday night, to stand out from every other guy in the social venue, in the room. My name is Rink, I'm from Mancademy, and since 2009 I've been teaching the psychology of attraction, and I've helped thousands of men understand that attraction often starts before you even open your mouth. And the men who get this concept right don't have to work as hard to get a woman's attention. Let me tell you about James. James was a good-looking guy, but he was invisible at social events. Yeah, he was a nice guy, had a good job, but women's eyes would just slide right past him. He was frustrated because he felt like he had to work twice as hard just to get a conversation started. Then James learned about peacocking, the real peacocking, not the ridiculous stuff that you see here and there online, but the subtle art of standing out in a crowd. And he started with something simple, a quality watch, a pocket square, and the difference was immediate. At the next networking event, 3 different women approached him. One complimented his style, another asked about his watch, and suddenly women had a reason to start conversations with him. Same guy, same personality, but now he was totally visible. Now, picture this. You are at a formal event. Every guy is wearing the exact same thing. A black tuxedo, a white shirt, a bow tie, and you look around and you realize that you are completely invisible in a sea of identical looking penguins. But then you notice one guy across the room, and he's wearing the same tuxedo as everyone else, but he has a simple lapel pin, a silver shiny lapel pin. Nothing big, nothing weird, just one small detail that makes him different. Now, where do you think women's eyes will go first? To the 50 identical guys, or to the one who stands out? To the one who stands out. That's peacocking. It's not a costume party. It's just a smart differentiation. And this is something that you have to understand. Attraction is biology, and biology does not lie. And here's the science. In nature, male peacocks display their feathers to show females that they are healthy, that they are strong, and that they are worth choosing. The most impressive displays the most attention. Now, humans do exactly the same thing, but we use clothing, we use grooming, we use our style instead of feathers. So when you peacock correctly, you're basically sending out biological signals. You're communicating, I am worth noticing. And a woman's brain is wired to notice men who stand out from the crowd. And not because they're trying to be difficult, because standing out signals confidence, resources, social intelligence. Peacocking communicates on a biological level. But here's the misunderstanding that ruins everything for many guys. Here's where most guys get it completely wrong. They think that peacocking means wearing ridiculous outfits to get attention. And this comes from the old pickup artist advice, where my personal mentor, Mystery, for example, from the book The Game, he would wear top hats. He would paint his nails black. He would wear feather boas. But here's what those critics don't understand. Mystery, Eric von Markovic, the famous pickup artist, was a magician living in Hollywood. And his outrageous style matched his identity. And it matched his environment perfectly. In Hollywood, being more flamboyant is quite normal. And for his profession, it made sense. But when you are an accountant in Ohio, wearing a top hat to the office Christmas party, you don't look mysterious, you look ridiculous. You look like you're having a psychological breakdown, right? So understand that peacocking is not about costumes, it's about being the best dressed version of yourself in any environment. That's it. And here's how it actually works. This is the 10% rule. You want to be 10% better dressed than everyone else in the room. Not 50%, not 70%, 10%. Because that means that you're standing out slightly. Not wearing a completely different style, just slightly elevated. So, for an example, at a casual bar, while other guys wear a wrinkled t-shirt, you wear a well-fitted blouse and clean sneakers. At a business event, while other guys wear basic suits, you add a pocket square or you add a quality watch. At a house party, while other guys wear whatever, you wear jeans that actually fit. You actually wear a t-shirt that complements your skin tone. And maybe one interesting item. I don't know, something that you can tell a story about. One interesting item, that's all you need. And this triggers the conversation starter effect. Good peacocking gives women a reason to approach. Instead of having to think of an opening line, they can compliment your style. They can ask about your watch. They can comment on your unique shirt. They notice your attention to detail and they compliment you on it. You've just made their job easier. And women appreciate that. And understand that peacocking is about quality, not about attention seeking. A well-fitted shirt beats a flashy one. Clean quality shoes beat expensive but dirty ones. Grooming beats expensive accessories. Subtle beats obvious displays. You want to look well put together. And this is from a female perspective, because I've asked some female friends what they noticed the first at social events, and here's what they said. The guy who smiles and the guy who clearly put effort into how he looks, but not in a try-hard way. So someone who stands out because he looks put together, not because he's wearing something weird. The best dressed guy in the room always catches my eyes first. That's what they usually say. Notice that they didn't say the guy with the most expensive clothes or the guy trying the hardest to look different. No, the guy who looks well put together and stands out naturally. Which means a smile on your face, like you're actually happy and feel good about yourself, and the best dressed version of you. So how can you peacock without looking desperate? Match your environment. Research the dress code beforehand and dress accordingly. Aim to be slightly better dressed than expected. Make sure that your style fits the venue and fits the occasion. Stay true to your identity. It's okay to challenge yourself a little bit and to take a step outside of your comfort zone, not a jump. So build on your existing style. Don't completely change it. Make sure that you can carry yourself in what you're wearing. Third thing is focus on fit and on quality. Fitted basic clothes beat expensive clothes that don't fit well. So you could invest in tailoring. It's cheaper than buying new clothes. Keep in mind that quality basics are better than flashy pieces. Quality basics. And add one interesting element to your style. A unique watch, a pocket square, interesting shoes. Guys, wear some interesting shoes instead of those white sneakers that make you look like a 17-year-old. Add subtle pattern, add subtle colors, add some quality accessories. So for casual settings, for an example, dark jeans that actually fit, plus a quality t-shirt, plus clean white sneakers, not those filthy ones. And then add an interesting watch or simple chain, a necklace. If you want to go for business casual, well-fitted chinos, a button-down shirt, plus some leather shoes, a quality belt, and a watch that matches. And if you go to a formal event, a properly fitted suit, a quality dress shirt, leather dress shoes. Add a pocket square, a lapel pin, or unique cufflinks. If you're going on a date, dress whatever fits the venue that you're taking the lady on, but elevated. And add a conversation starting element. Wear an interesting item. And here's the secret to peacocking correctly. Peacocking only works if you can carry it confidently. If you are constantly adjusting your outfit or you're worried about how you look, it will backfire. So start small and add one element that makes you stand out slightly. Get comfortable with that. Then gradually elevate your style. The goal is to feel like the best dressed version of yourself, not like you're wearing a costume, trying to look like someone that you are not. I wanted to talk about a few common mistakes, peacocking mistakes, overdoing it. Like wearing a three-piece suit to a casual barbecue. Now you're overdoing it. Underdoing it. Wearing the exact same thing as everyone else. The wrong environment. Formal wear at a beach party. Trying too hard. Obvious designer labels or flashy accessories. Like, hey, look at me, what I'm wearing. And this is a big one, guys. Come on. Poor fitting clothes. Like, you don't need expensive clothes. You can wear some cheaper clothes. But at least wear clothes that fit properly. Poorly fitted clothes make you look socially very unintelligent, which is a big turnoff. It's a demonstration of lower value. You're literally communicating lower value if your clothes don't fit properly. Now, in 2025, most men say that they've completely given up on style and on women, and a lot of them wear whatever's comfortable and they call it good. This is actually great news for you, because when most guys look like they just rolled out of bed, putting in even minimal effort makes you stand out dramatically. You don't need to be a fashion model. You just need to care more than the average guy. So, how can you start peacocking? Tonight or this week, start by auditing your current wardrobe, honestly. Identify one upcoming social event and choose one small element to upgrade your style. Your watch, your shoes, a nice fitting shirt. What else can you do? Get at least one piece of clothing properly tailored. You could invest in one quality accessory, one nice watch, one nice belt, a pair of nice shoes. Those eternal white sneakers, man. Some guys wear a suit and then they wear these white sneakers underneath. Look, I am not a styling guy at all. I teach this one concept because it comes from evolutionary psychology, and I teach attraction. And this is a major attractor factor. You standing out and having proper style. Guys, even coming from a guy who's not a styling guru, women see you wearing a suit and they go like, ah, he looks good. And then they see those white sneakers or those sneakers formerly known as white, they will lose interest like that because you're just badly put together. Invest in building a wardrobe of well-fitted basics. You don't need anything crazy. Well-fitted basics go a long way. Develop your personal style and get comfortable being better dressed than you previously were and being the best dressed guy in most rooms. I know that some guys resist this advice because they think it's shallow. Women should like me for who I am, not for what I wear. Here's the brutal truth, and I didn't come up with it. Again, this comes from science. How you dress is part of who you are, and it communicates who you are very clearly. It shows your attention for detail, your respect for others, and your self-respect. Women notice these things because they're indicators of how you handle other areas of your life. So let's take action on this. Look at your calendar. Look at your calendar right now. What is the next social event that you are attending? Decide right now how you are going to dress up and how you are going to peacock. Subtlety in a way that's appropriate and that is noticeable. And remember, you don't need to reinvent yourself. You just need to be the best dressed version of who you already are. And keep working from that. Peacocking isn't about peacocking feathers or top hats. It's about understanding that first impressions matter. One study clearly shows that the better dressed guys earn 20% more in the same jobs. And when you master the art of standing out appropriately, you don't have to work as hard to get women's attention. They're already looking at you. They are already intrigued. They're already thinking of reasons to start a conversation. So stop blending into the background. Stop blending into the gray mass of guys that don't stand out, and start getting noticed for all the right reasons. Brother, with a lot of love, if you got some value out of this training, like, subscribe, share, join us on our Thursday lives on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram. If you want to join our community, we have a free community where I actually interact with the members. If you want to ask your questions, if you want me to make a video about a challenge that you're facing, I can do that. Join our free community and I will see you there. Brother, with a lot of love, I will see you in the next training.